Welcome to Rush Rally 3. This is Finland Rally, Stage 5. We've got the Micro Compact SS here in a Philippine roof rack. This is my video of roof wrap number 4 because to do the Philippine flag is fairly difficult, and the more difficult roof wraps get the lower numbers, and they will be displayed earlier than the rest of my series. The Philippine flag is not available in the game as a decal. I had to make this myself. That's why you won't see a small Philippine flag anywhere on the car. The reason the Philippine flag is so difficult is because it has a large multi-rayed gold sun displayed in the yellow triangle just behind the front windshield on the car there, or in that portion of the flag. There are also some 3 small 5-point stars which you can use the game's decals to make fairly easily. Other than the large gold star, this flag is fairly easy to do. I didn't get too complex in doing the rest of the body work in decals. Other than you might notice there's 2 green-blue circles in the back with an Earth image from the rest of the Earth flag in the back of the car. I did that by masking it in the letter O. Now, this video is going to be in 3 parts. We just completed part 1 with me doing the intro. We will now do a race without me doing a voiceover, and afterwards I will display the decal itself and the decals, or the decal patterns I use to make the star and why it's so complex. And the race part, where we're doing it in chase mode, here is not going to have me do a voiceover of it. Now we'll go on to take a look at the decal pattern I used to do this car up, or at least the roof wrap portion of. which is in the vinyls here. Here you can take a better look at. It's a little hard to see when you get glare off of it, but it's a fairly complex shape. It's got 8 main rays coming out from the center of it, and each of those is divided into 3 sections. So is what I did. There are 4 crosses there. There are actually only 2 crosses used. There were 4 there because I'd used dual layer coloring. How about we go underneath and we'll do layers. And there you can actually see it's in a different color than the other one. And that's how I made the basis for the 8 rays coming out of the star. But now, once we've got those extending out of the central circle, there is a circle somewhere in all of this. But what we had to do, or what I had to do, I will change one of those chirons off to that's outlined there into red so you can see it, and that's how I masked the end of each one of those 8 extensions from the cross pattern. I'll change that back to the shape color it was, and I'll pick a different one here because I want to show you something. I haven't been successful finding what I wanted to find here. I was able to use symmetry on most of these, all except for the 2 that run the center line of the car, which makes it a little easier. And I'll show you something else by turning them all red. Essentially, there are 2 boxes, the corners of 2 boxes, the way they all line up. So it makes it a little bit easier to line up when you've got enough magnification to see what you're doing there. Now, I'm going to turn all of those back to white. And show you what I had to do to get each one of those extensions shaped into 3 parts. Yep, there's a separate decal dividing each one of those rays into 3. So there's 2 additional decals that go over top to shape it. And not only that, the sides of each of those rays need to be shaped as well. How about I do 3 of them here, because I should be able to get 2 that run side by side. There we go. So that's basically how to make the large star in the Philippines flag. I'm going to turn those back to white there. And now it looks just like the finished product. And lining all of those up, there's a fair amount of decaling to do. It's why this video is in the lower number of my series. My series will display the most difficult decals to do as roof wraps, or flags as roof wraps first. I will get to easier ones later on And when I do some of the easier ones, I do believe I played a little more with the decals on the car. You'll notice on the hood there I've got a spool that comes from the decal called respool by masking it and not using symmetry but sliding it around to get a symmetry of spool. And we can take a little bit more of a look at my earth on the back of the car. I don't know, it's exactly perfect with the blue around it like that, but it's different. So if there's a chance that Brush Rally 3 has the option to share decal patterns from player to player, I will make this decal pattern available to those that would like to run this pattern on their Micro Compact SS. So I hope you found this video enjoyable. I'm going to call that the end of this video.